I was sitting up here wondering, how long is it going to take? Let's get this party started. What's up, Jamie Lee? Good to see you in the chat room. Good to see you. Contributor to the road. Shout out to Jason Harris, the people in my Cash App early. I don't like to just shout people out, but forget it. It's a new quarter. It's a new game. Fourth quarter, Kobe going for 81. There has been no response from the fugitives. Press 1. There has been no response from the people who are on the run. Press 1. They done sold y'all down the drain and put federal warrants on y'all. Press 1. Where the turtles and Indians at? Where Brave Hawk? You better not have filled out no paperwork talking about you was an Indian. Press 1. Are you going home? You might just be one. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people talking about moving to Europe. A lot of black people talking about moving to Europe. Nobody cares about Tony Yayo moving to Europe. Why is he telling us this? So get y'all ass out of here. Press 1.
It's to you. Kev Gillz, I got you on me. Yeah, man. Welcome to the U, have a seat. The only professor applying pressure when he teach. Big cloud in these YouTube streets. I cheat like Wiz Khalifa. Call it in if you gon' speak. Press 1 when you checking in. I got the merch, cop a coffee, a kush shirt. Support the brand if you support the men. With the spirit of Steve Coakley, they can't hold me. Back them down and fade away on them like I'm Kobe. Only straight shooter on this computer. Who else you know gon' bring it to your real truth? Hallelujah. More haters, more moderators. Get yourself timed up for making outlandish statements. Yeah, ain't no playing. Bungalow 54 is where you go with the herd. I got no patience. Either for God or you love Satan. It's reclassification over entertainment. It's for you. Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you. Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you. Press 1 if you support. If you don't, press 2. It's for you. Teach none over here but the living true. It's for you. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1. 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 Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you. Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you. Press 1 if you support it, you don't press 2. It's for you.
Once again, I had to get on the internet and find some content, right? Because I'm the biggest clout chaser on the internet, right? I'm the biggest clout chaser in our community, right? So I had to get up this morning. I got to tell the truth. I got to tell the truth and find out not what news article I'm a entertain y'all with first. Is what YouTuber I'm a bag on and have this experience with before class. Press 1. Before I get to these Indians and these turtles, press 1. Before we get to this, I'm going to bring my good friend. Y'all know my favorite guy I like to mess with first thing in the morning. Always coming to school bummy. Press 1. Always coming to school messed up. I don't mean to do it to him, but family, sometimes you got to give props where props is due. I think we taught King AK-47 something. Press 1. Now I'm going to now I'm going to go to my evidence here and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. See, I think King AK changed his whole profile. Press 1. Shout out to him. He changed his whole video. I'm so proud of him. Press 1. He took all my notes. When I told him to get a new curtain in the background to hide the roaches, press 1. He'll never had that problem again. Press 1. He moved up to the camera. You see he pushed up to the camera. You can see more of his bottom lip and his overbite. But he got to sacrifice something. You got to sacrifice something. So you got to move up closer. so the people can see your overbite a little more. Press 1. We call them Shark Bite from the set. West Side Hoover. Press 1. He moved that curtain up just precisely a foot and a half, just like I taught him. Press 1. I said, move it up. The roaches they can't jump that far off the wall. From the higher distance, they can glide over there. But you raise it up, make them work for it if they want to get on the screen, you know? Ain't no roaches getting no freebie. Press 1. You're less likely to have a roach crawl on the curtain, go up that little stupid pole on the side. Press 1. Then they ain't finna go through all that. They kind of happy too, because it's like, it gives them, you got to clean up, bro. You got to move it every now and then. Press 1. You don't want babies. Them motherfuckers, whoo. Press 1. But I'm glad he listened. I'm glad he took our advice. And he's learning a lot. Let's listen to him a second.
I'm like a dream that's come true, motherfucker. Get the lights up. King, AK, King, AK, King, AK, AK, King, AK, King, AK, King, get the lights up. King.
Press 1. Hold up. Hold on. Slow down, Slow down, youngster. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, bro. Slow down, bro. What the cacarucha? Oh, El Paso, Texas, around this bitch. I'm a blessing to the universe. That's right. Let them know, right? Woo! Little Wade. Woo! Shit. Right there. Lord have mercy. You show a nigga something. Hey, just run, bro. They gone. He flying now, bro. Press 1. I said, no, the fuck. He did not, bro. You know shit like this. My nigga. Let's listen to him. He messed up. It take a little time to get it right. You feel me? Sometimes you fuck up, you get a little nervous. I feel that pressure.
Get the lights up. King AK-47 got a lot, one nation. King AK-47 top ready, most paper.
Oh my goodness, the music is ignorant. Oh my goodness, that nigga got a whole bottle of Shutters Holmes wine. You was a true cowboy, G. A true cowboy, a true Indian.
King AK, King AK, get the lights up. King AK, King AK, get the lights up.
That's right. Now what? This ain't that. What? Let them go. Let them dance.
Voice of the streets and the voice for the streets, they name it. Like, come and share, subscribe, you get blood if you pay. Block his age. Get the lights up. Get the light.
I got a coffee mug. I got a coffee mug.
Shame.
Why you got a coffee mug? You just got the whole drink. So slow down, G. Slow down, bruh. I don't gave him a blessing. That's what happened when you get the spirit of Gillespie and you a little too fast. Press why. That nigga got the coffee mug. I get Kev Row bungalows. And nigga, I went to the bungalows and found these niggas acting like this. Kev said do it like this. Press what? You know I got YouTube classes. Kev said he got the coffee mug. He got the smoke. I got the drink. He got the music. Make me a track. I like that. That's what's up. Block his ass. Mine was better though. It's more influential And then, guess what? I found out he was talking about gematria yesterday. So he's bringing classroom. It's so good to see them talking about gematria and things of that nature, just expanding their horizon. Press one. You got to give it to them. At least they thinking a little bit. I don't care. Let them play around with numbers until they get asked a math question. Then they going to fumble the ball. But let them play around. Let them experiment like children in the playground of the world with numbers and things. Let them go. The spirit burning them good. That's cold. But look, check this out. I did want to make y'all laugh. Shout out to AK. Good to see his growth. Good to see him doing his thug dizzle. You know, as he should. Everybody should be growing. No hard feelings. I love that type of shit. I just be fucking with people. I can't help it. But look, guess what? I woke up this morning, since we are on Indians and things of this nature, right? I do want to talk about what Janice said. And she brought up the fact that she told on a lot of people. Press one. Janice Unpack says she told on a lot of people and they took her YouTube page. Woo! And it seems I told y'all last year not to be filling out that paperwork that y'all was Pacific Islanders, because you saying you Asian. They trying to figure out who everybody is. And what did y'all say? Y'all laughed at me, kicked me out the Indian group. I said, man, y'all do that, it's over. Y'all might as well cancel Christmas, little Indians. And guess what? I said they're signing you up for jail. You're going to end up in jail listening to these YouTubers. I keep telling people, you are going to end up in jail fucking around, especially at this current time when they're trying to figure out who coming and going. Facts. You going to get over there, be hanging out, form you a little YouTube community, a little chat room. They're going to sell you some paperwork in the background once they get you comfortable and steal your info and steal something or get you involved in something. Get you involved in something. Look, don't give a F about jail. We know who we are. Well, go to jail, Big Buffalo. Press one. Go to jail. Let the feathers and the bows and arrows. You need to be a Big Buffalo, whatever your name is. As a man, you need to be federalized and looked after. I'm not talking to you. You got a problem with putting your big ass, your big buffalo head ass, really did 40 emoji feathers like that meant something, and then wrote words. Feather, 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 feather. Something wrong with you. We don't want you. There's Levitical laws against people like you. You probably a flat nose. Press one. Can somebody, where's Rico? Rico, could you read some Leviticus laws? This is what I need. Levitical laws aimed at these weirdos and how they're not getting in. They don't obey nothing anyway. They don't listen. Some people just deserve. Some people are just the seed of retardation and Cain. You can't do nothing with them. They wake up every day trolling just to be against. You know why? You know why they troll? Uh-oh. Look at your neighbor and say, Kev, and tell some truth. I'm going to start a series called Why They Troll. Listen, the truth about why they troll is somewhere down in their past, they stopped being themselves and they got conformed, and that organic energy, press one, ladies, press that organic creative side of themselves, they lost, they disconnected with and became part of a social character in fitting modes and different characters and characters within characters. Now they're lost. Press one. Now look back at me as an audience, as a collective bunch of Bungalow 54 recipients, Democrat heads, as I'll call them, and say, look at him. That nigga dumb, right? Right? He's retarded. Look, he smoked. All of them smoke dope and squatters. Press one. But they will get together. All of them stink. All of them don't comb their hair. All of them collectively travel with stench on them. They get together like they're all right. That's why I don't have a problem, because in real life they can't do anything. They suck. They're terrible looking. They have no, but they lost contact with that original self. You know, that imagination. And they look at me, or you, and other people who have, that didn't lose sight of themselves in this crazy fucking world, and they try to pull those people down with them. That's why I let real people in my life go. They try to pull them down. Oh, you can't be this. You can't do this. That's not how I go. You know why? Because they stopped at specific compartmentalized levels in their own life, getting mad at another person who is just like them. There's nothing fancy about Kev, other than I didn't stop thinking because I didn't graduate school, or I didn't finish school, or any part of school. I didn't let none of that stop me. A lot of y'all niggas went to school and should be doing something with your hands for work and got super. Nigga, I ain't graduate shit. Niggas ain't graduate shit. Some of y'all went to trade schools. You better take your ass to. You got a forklift. Press 1. My boy Wish work at the warehouse. He can get you a forklift job certificate. If you email him, he'll show you where to get them from. You better go build a house or something, bro. That's the thing about it. That's what y'all supposed to be doing. Because you're not too smart here, but you're great here. Press 1. You're great here. Put on some combat boot with some steel toes. That's not me. My hands soft. I can pick up a brick, but I'm delicate. I do better this. Negotiating deals and stuff and talking about you and how this is going to work for you. Speaking for you. You go and put your boots on. Press 1. You niggas with these muscles. Press 1. There should be a WAC 100 trucking school out there. The Press 1, a WAG 100 trucking school. But he on Clubhouse. That's what I'm saying. Help me understand. So, you know, it's okay. I know why you troll. It's because your confidence is shot. And you need to go look in the mirror and reset your life. That's for you. Like everybody else do who brings change in their life. You know, it comes with a lifetime commitment of discipline, and you're not ready to commit that discipline, bruh. Press 1. They're not ready for the discipline. So they sit there and condemn other people who grew up around them, who had the same poor, had the same fucking poor fucking upbringing, and they diss them and try to keep them down or from progressing in their own lives. That's why I have fun with these people. It's fun for them. It's fun for my audience. I'll just make a show out of you guys. Kev, I put down afro under race on the census this year. They are shipping me out. Kev, I put down Afro Asiatic. I don't know what they shipping you out for. Carbon. And I don't even know. Let me see. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't know what you put down in the census. I don't care. I don't know. If you got a census, you're grown enough to put your identity on there. I don't know, and I don't care. You know, we here to tell the difference between sovereignty, royals, pretty much status, commonwealth, common law versus Indian savagery. Washington Redskin. Press 1. Bones and arrows. That's what I'm talking about. I'm here. White George Washington, federalized conception of George Washington versus George Washington Gillespie. Press 1. That's what I'm on right now, and can't none of them battle me because they conflicted themselves. So I came in at the right time. Look, I waited patiently to blow. Press 1. I just watched them. I'm waiting for them to fuck up. Right there. Soon as they start conflicting and fighting amongst each other, here comes Kev. Elmo's world. Press 1. Elmo's world. We need to get together and say, look at him. Look at him. They talking about a black George Washington. Well, black George Washington had slaves. Well, I guess so. He had to. Well, slaves are indentured workers. Well, what's the difference? They was black slaves from Africa. Like what? What are y'all talking about? If George Washington was a Negro, press 1, and they freed the slaves, then they lied to you about history, bro. You're not a slave, bro. You have the Commonwealth, G. You have status that no other people on this earth can have. They can only fight amongst each other in the Senate. Where I'm talking to you from. And the House of Representatives, all they do is lie to you. You the people, you the organic people of the states, especially of the estate, you can go straight to the Supreme Court and force them and just keep hitting boom, 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 because it's a trickle down effect. You don't kill the snake by cutting off half the body. You cut his head off. Press 1. You cut his head off like this. Wham! No jurisdiction over you. Criminal. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, cut a head off. You should not tread on me. You ever seen that? But thou should not tread on my damn sovereignty and my common law and the laws in America. Press 1 of the continental Americas, fool. Not no damn incorporated Americas from people from Britain and Europe and Spain and Portugal. How y'all got these white people thinking they free and they enslaved in dead bondage? White people. Press 1. Where's my friend Todd? Press 1. They know what I'm talking about. Todd know what I'm talking about. You got these white folks broken. Enslaved forever, and then nobody want to see you get restitution, reparation, and the people who do want to see you get reparations don't want to see you get reclassified. Ain't that something? Tariq Nasheed, all of these people talking about reparations, they don't want reclassification because they are not even Afro-American. You're gonna find out these people from the Caribbeans, these are Asiatic blacks. All of these folks on YouTube, you thinking is for, what's that white woman? What's that light-skinned black woman with the colored eyes always screaming for black reparation? And press 1. Do you know blacks are foreigners? Everybody minority now. Let me see that we get this over with quick. These people don't get that we can get this. No. It's not about they don't get it. They're understanding it. So slow down, Toya. You haven't been in my class for that long for you to be saying what somebody else don't got. Toya, press 1. Toya, press 1. She thinks she's slick. Don't be getting on nobody in my classroom. You ain't said nothing smart. And you ain't called in not one time, Toya. So you don't get until it's verified, Toya. I love it. But look, one of my students sent me something great. And I thought I'd bring it to y'all attention this morning. Is that all right? For sure. And since we talking about the Wizard of Oz, and not the Wizard of Oz per se, but what it all meant. What it all meant. From the straw man to the Tin Man to the lion and all of this good shit. And the yellow brick road. What is all this about? What is this all about? So we gonna have a little, a small little fun little session. We're gonna watch this little video, and it's gonna be called Fort Knox Gold. Press 1. It's called Fort Knox Gold. And the reason why I'm playing this video for you is because you gotta know what was stolen. You got to know whose it was, why they did it. You got to know who is John Knox, Fort Knox? Why the gold was there? Whose gold is it? And who robbed you in the early 1900s? So if y'all ready to go, I'm excited because I love when people send me things and it's right on the curriculum. So shout out to the people out there who's really paying attention per show. Shout out to everybody, but those people who keeping up as we go, that keep running up to the front of the class like, look, I saw this too, teach. You feel me? Help me help you. That's right. I like that type of shit. DNA cleans us all up. DNA don't clean it all up because DNA doesn't set nationality or any of that stuff. It says percentages of what region you can have this amount of descent from. But in a place like this, our kingdom, where so many people are accepting of this nations and of this laws, there's many immigrants here from different nations. So you just can't go by genetic features, because the Asian immigrant does not mean deportation or nothing. You feel me? That doesn't like mean deportation. That's not what I'm saying. And I don't want you to say that, but DNA doesn't clean up anything, because we got brothers still left in Europe. We got still brothers left all over the world. Our people would ship 4 corners of the earth because the kingdom was 4 different. It's all over. It's like how they have a kingdom in the Pope, in the Holy See is in America, in London, over there, in Australia, press one, all over the earth. It's the same thing. That's what happens when you steal something that big. So I want to show you Fort Knox. Okay, so let's listen to this. Y'all Indians, feel free to call in at any time. I got a PBA out on the Indian. Okay, we got a hit out on the Indian, so not a real hit, I mean a educational hit, so they can get this work. That's DANE, Calloway, Janice, Iron Wolf, Black Eagle, Big Buffalo, Black Crow, the niggas in that sign language video. Press 1, the people from Pagan County, the people from over the hill, way far east. Press 1, I'm taking all fades. And don't be scared now. Jabari, anybody, all y'all fairy tale, Disneyland, religious groups, come on down. All you 501(c) Pan-African religious groups, come on. Come test the water. Press 1. That's how you're supposed to call blacks out, right? So we in the black community. Press 1. So they say, why he go so hard? Because you gotta go hard in the black community. They don't listen to niggas. Oh, how you doing? Let me talk to you about God. Press 1. You got style on them weak ass niggas. Press 1. Them niggas weak. They brains is democratic. They brains, they was raised by the Klan, by Russian intelligence. So we gotta fix that. And so watch this. So watch what they say. They finna tell you right now. Listen to this small documentary from Fort Knox, the gold and all this other stuff.
The U.S. Gold Depository at Fort Knox, commonly known as the Gold Vault, or I prefer Gold Fortress.
The Gold Vault, the Gold Fortress. Let's go.
Was constructed in the late 30s. During the 1930s, we were in the Great Depression. President Roosevelt decided.
Shame. Shame.
Write that down.
Shame.
Criminal. Criminal. President who? Roosevelt. Stay with me.
Decided the only way to bring the economy out of its situation was for the government to control the money. President Roosevelt decided the only way to bring the economy out of its situation was for the government to control the money, the manufacturing of the money.
So the government, the Holy See, to control the money. Press 1. Y'all ready?
Not like this.
These my white friends.
Not like this.
I brought back up. You hear me? Yeah. These my white friends right here, DANE Calloway. I brought backup. I brought my sources. Press 1. Look, we don't got cute little stupid music. Press 1. Look, under Executive Order of President April 5th, 1933, all persons are required to deliver on or before May 1st, May Day, 1933, all gold coin, gold bullion, gold certificate now owned by them to the Federal Reserve Bank branch or agency or any member branch of the Federal Reserve System. Executive Order. Press 1. This is your gripe right here, America. Then they go etch his face on the side of the fucking building next to the greats like Abraham Lincoln and George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. Press 1. What an asshole. He just took it all the gold. They go the proof right there. The Indians, they didn't take the Indians' gold. Why the Indians don't go fight for their gold? They'll be rich as hell. Press 1. Come on, Turtle.
Shame.
Come on, Turtle.
Shame.
Press 1.
Shame.
Go fight for the gold. Come on. Come on, Cletus. All this Indian talk. You at least reservationist. You feel me? That's the big pot of gold right there. That's what made the whole economy work. This is the yellow brick road gold right here, 1933.
In 1933, President Roosevelt signed the Gold Act, which basically made it illegal for people to own gold.
Black people and have gold certificate. Because your money was backed by what? Gold. Look at your neighbor.
Not like this. Not like this.
It's Monday. It's sweep. But you thought it was. It's the beginning of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Cash them checks and come on. Press 1. Come on, G. It got us. Easy work.
People turned in their gold coins and things of that sort.
Gold coins? What the fuck? Gold coins. They go, press 1. This is y'all don't understand what I'm telling you. I said gold coins, nigga. Press 1. If I would have just said this, y'all be gonna get that Chuck E. Cheese, Kev. Fuck you. Press 1. I wouldn't got a historian. Press 1. Look at my white friend here. We both came to the same conclusion. Gold coins, okay?
And the government melted them down into gold bars weighing...
All
Shame.
the gold in the
Shame.
country was
Shame.
melted down. And then what he do, my friend? And then what he do, my friend?
approximately 27.5 pounds. Well, as the 30s rolled on, there was a problem in Europe by the name of Hitler.
Press 1. Uh-oh. So everybody committed. It was a commitment. Then what happened? It was a little nigga came out of nowhere called Adolf motherfucking Hitler. I feel like doing a Bobby Smurder thing when I throw the hat off. Press 1. Always fucking something. It's always a fucking war. Press 1. Here go Walt Disney and guess what? Hitler come around. All the money invested.
The 30s rolled on.
The first stock market here. Give us all the money. Come on, y'all, invest. Gotta go. Press 1.
There was a problem in Europe by the name
1930s as it rolled on. You ever heard of a gang called the Rolling 30s or the Harlem 30s or the Roaring 30s? this would for them. Come on.
Of Hitler, and they were concerned about our gold reserves, which were kept at New York and Philadelphia.
Oh my goodness. So what happened?
Being attacked. So they decided to construct the gold vault at Fort Knox because it was 1,000 miles inland from the eastern coast. It was west of the Appalachian
They collected all of the gold, took it from New York, went to Kentucky. Come on.
Mountains, which at that time was a reasonable barrier. And also it was the home of the new armored force for the United States Army. So they decided that would help protect it. The gold vault itself is a 2-story building with a 1-story basement, and is built primarily from poured concrete and steel. There is some granite that was used in the outer plating and so forth. It's really a unique structure. Coming from New York and Philadelphia,
Right off the train, look.
to Kentucky, the gold was shipped on trains. The gold was actually shipped by U.S. mail. But once it arrived at Fort Knox, the military provided an escort, an armed escort, mind you, from the railroad siding to the gold vault
Who owned the railroads? J.P. Morgan and them. Remember I taught you guys that?
itself. At that point, local farmers and other people who were hired by the Treasury Department actually loaded the gold from the trucks into the gold vault itself. And believe it or not, the gold shipments were actually advertised in the local newspaper, and you could go down and watch them.
They robbed you. Mr. Gillespie proved that they robbed them. Now you know what I'm talking about? They robbed you. Blind. And blamed Hitler. Hitler ran off with the gold. Oh, we got to start over, black people. You get it? No, you got to understand it at a level, at a specific level. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. He just explained to you the whole hit. If you understand that you were here, you can't think that you was a slave in Africa and be owed nothing. You were here. That's your gold taken off your neck. The gold certificates that your people had, that our families had, that was turned into the bank. All right, for sure. We got your name. It's the investment in the what's the name? Then Hitler with the theory of war. I've already disproven to the lucky people who've been able to understand the theater of war. This is the why. Don't you want to know why they did it? Why? Gold.
My connection to the gold vault is I was hired in 1975 as part of a group of young people that was chosen by the Treasury Department to help them do audits at the vault. The audits were an outgrowth of a 1974 visit by United States senators and Congress people and the media to the depository in answer to a lot of politicians and pundits saying that there was no gold in the depository. In 1975, they started doing audits of the compartments at the bullion depository. And those would go over the next decade. They would audit that building, the counting of the gold. They would weigh it. They would assay it. I got a phone call in the summer of 1975 from
gold is not. You can have the gold. You can physically have the gold. Hit the like button. Doesn't matter. The gold is owned by a foreign bank. It was stolen by the Federal Reserve Act. It's stolen gold. So the gold can sit there, build the banks around, build the shit around the whole system. Same system that's over there in London. Build that shit right there. That way when they audit you, the gold will be there. What that mean? Motherfuckers at that level say, well, put the fucking gold there. Just make sure, motherfucker. The books is always balanced every time audit. The fuck? What the fuck that mean? Because the gold is there, or there, or there, or there. That motherfucker, I got it. Come on, get him the fuck on the plane. Fucking troubling me about dumbass shit. Assistant. That's what? The fuck is the fuck is that? They had an audit and the gold is there.
Man who was with the school board, and he asked me if I would like a job, and I said yeah. I was gotten out of high school and I was looking for work, and I would spend the next 11 years doing various jobs for the United States Mint, because we thought it was going to be like Goldfinger.
Fort Knox, the world's biggest bank.
All of us had seen Goldfinger, and so our whole idea of what we were going to be in was what we saw in that movie. Then you realize you're going down into the basement, and you're basically in an OD green, typical military facility, and the gold doesn't sparkle, and it isn't fancy. It weighs a ton.
It's concrete. That's fake.
And you drop one on your hand, you'll break every bone in your hand. So the glamour wears off about bar number 2, and you realize you're not getting to take any of it,
Fool's gold.
So, yeah.
Fool's gold.
It's not Goldfinger. The U.S. Gold Depository at Fort Knox exists to house America's treasures. And initially it started as a depository for gold bullion, and later on has developed into kind of a holding cell for a lot of other things besides bullion. Over the years it's housed some of the great treasures of America, like the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And they also held, in fact, during that time period, the Magna Carta, the British Magna Carta. Keep it out of the hands.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Make sense? They not on our level at the university, at the Indian and Turtle Beach and Turtle Island and this one and that one schools. We call that Bungalow 54. You see these spoons and stuff like that? You know why they was taking all the spoons and stuff? Because the spoons and stuff was gold. Y'all don't even know. This is black and white for a reason. All that shit was gold. These people were rich. These are rich people of the Commonwealth. These are very wealthy black people. I hate to say it, to a point where it's like, damn, they eradicated you. And I'm glad people are here. Yeah, family heirlooms. They came over here and was taking shit right out the house. Going to the gold, nigga, we got gold.
The Nazis, as they amassed great treasures, and they had such things as the crown of St. Stephen there once. There were the Hungarian crown jewels. Into the 1950s, and stockpiling of drugs inside the gold vault for use in the manufacture of morphine and stuff.
And crack. And oh my goodness, they don't told. What is y'all? They don't told on everybody. Press what? Somebody look at their neighbor and say 94 crime.
Not like this. Not like this.
Drugs. I'm telling. Drugs. Federal government. United States Treasury Department. Drug dealers. There it is. Y'all are going to hell. Because I'm telling. We just told. We just told. And mom, you had what, sir? Drugs.
in case of nuclear attack on the United States.
The security at the gold vault has been updated over the years, but even in the 1930s, it was considered to be the ultimate. They made it the most secure place on Earth. In the earlier days, security at Fort Knox was good, but today, it's almost unbelievable. We used to be able to drive tourists up in front of the gold vault and take a picture of them standing in front of the gold vault the way you would in front of any other government building. Nowadays, if you go by the gold vault and pull out a camera, they'll confiscate it.
In the post-9/11 world, it probably is everything it should be security-wise. But as one who was there in the 1970s, security at the bullion depository was mostly legend. Guards carried Thompson submachine guns and .38 caliber, pistols. I mean, it was old school FBI stuff, Bunch of metal stacked in a building. That's not fun. It's more fun to believe that you've got pop-up machine guns and that you've got minefields and ground-to-air missiles, and I can flood the vault. The security array around that building over the years has grown massively. Metal stacked in a building. That's not fun. It's more fun to believe that you've got pop-up machine guns and that you've got minefields and ground-to-air missiles, and I can flood the vault.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Who flooded the vault? Who did the floods? It was always protected. Who flooded the vault? Stole it right from you. Just took it. Remember I told you, Adolf Hitler had Adolf Hitler had dams. The dams that they call the Hoover Dam, that was Adolf Hitler owned. Was that the Hoover Dam? What's that up there? That was Adolf Hitler stuff. But then, Harry S. Truman and all of these guys, Hoover and these people. Remember I told you, that's them. Yeah, they'll flood them out. Because the objective is to flood out right here because they knew where it was. He's not trying to clear his conscience because he wasn't there. He wasn't there when this happened. He wasn't there when it happened. And the Great Flood was in Hoover time. There you have it. You see Christian Corner Entertainment? Change a name. Sit down. He's not trying to clear his conscience. Right there. It's the Great Flood was in the time frame of Hoover. See how we just see what listening and learning. See what a YouTube community and learning place. You can put things together yourself. If you feel me. Herbert Disney. Oh, y'all remember Herbert Disney? Oh, y'all remember Herbert? Let me see. Do I got a picture of Herbert Hoover? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Is that the guy? Oh, my goodness. Got him. I am the king. Press 1. That better not be. Hold up. We getting excited like this King Bond. We done found the killers or something. Herbert Disney. Oh, we got him. Oh. Remember him? Oh, that is. Press 1. Told you. I told you. I'm going for the smartest man on earth. Press 1. Care about what y'all talking about. Don't put your fears on me. Told you. No, that's not Walt Disney, Daddy. Probably, I don't know. Walt Disney timeline. This is Herbert Hoover, the president at the time, and this is Herbert Disney. Press 1. Oh my goodness, bro. Looking like a Mormon on the right, huh? Looking like a Seventh-day Adventist church person. Press 1. Oh my goodness. That's how they did it through the church. That's a whole nother level of wow.
Air missiles, and I can flood the vault. The security array around that building over the years has grown massive.
After the flood, what happened? You were put into internment camps by who? The Red Cross, and you lost everything. You went into the internment camp. Somebody said you find the best sources. You know what? I didn't even watch the whole thing. I'm just surprised as you are. I'm just good at relaying the information to you so you will feel it in your mind, body, and spirit. You feel me? I'm just as shocked as you are. I mean, I watched the first little minute or so. Like, oh shit, Roosevelt, the class gonna love this. They stole the gold. Bam, I ain't know. Oh shit. That's why I like it like that as well. As I don't like to watch the whole thing so I can kind of have like a natural reaction with you. But look, the Red Cross.
When I was a kid, there were trees all around the gold vault. There was woods all over the place there, but it's not like that now. So after 9/11, Fort Knox went into serious lockdown. And as you know, to this day, you can no longer stand out on the street and take pictures. These guys take security very seriously.
When you say Fort Knox, Kentucky, most people think of the gold vault. They even forget that there's soldiers at Fort Knox.
Even if you go to a foreign country and you say Fort Knox, they know what you're talking about. It is one of those things that makes us kind of who we are. We say to ourselves, we're a powerful country. And the wealth of this country is world-renowned. And I think if you go into any country in the civilized world and you say Fort Knox, they say gold and they say the United States.
That's not even real, G. X marked the spot, G. See? And we got them, G. That's the good thing about it is you can actually see what they've done with the correct perception on history and what position you played in history. Now, Fort Knox, John Knox, and all that is important because me and Said a while back went over, we found Captain John Knox. Press 1. Press 1. Now, here's the kicker. We found John Knox. This, I'm telling y'all, it's all about Washington's gold. It's all about this whole situation. It's about the gold. The crown is automatic. That comes through that lineage. That comes to the air. So whatever that is floating around as a costume gesture, I have no idea. But the gold, who owns it, well, you got to go to whose fort it is at the time. Correct? And so we talking not too far back. And that's why it's important for you to understand George Washington, not an Indian. You're a part of this. When they flooded out the banks and collected all the money, then flooded it out, and then had an excuse to steal from you. They had the excuse to get rid, lost it all. We had the war, flood. Go to the camp, get some food. Press one, communism, Bolshevik, socialism. They put you in a dire reset situation because they stole everything from you. This is the truth on how you fail. So let me show you the great Colonel George Washington lineage. Watch this. Watch this. George Washington Gillespie, right? Before I go to George Washington, I want to give a shout out to a brother, right? I want to give a shout out to a brother. Because I seen him on, well, I'll do it after this. So we talking about George Washington, you know, Oregon and all of that. With his name right here, though, right? We talking about the different Washingtons that's out there, from George Washington State to John George, all of this great shit. What's important is it's at Fort Knox. Just so you know, we around the same mindset, around time period and stuff, 17, 18, 1900s. This is going to be great. Now watch this. Look who down here at the bottom, right? This is Colonel George Washington Gillespie Sr., right? This is the colonel of the Continental Army. Press what? This is El Presidente. This is King George at his finest. This top dog, G. Right here. The house, all that shit is still where it's supposed to be. You just ain't woke up to it yet. Now watch this. I know y'all think, oh, it's Gillespie. Watch this. Watch this. I went down and I'm searching, and down here in immediate family, the father of, look, John Gillespie, Nancy, Thomas L., Mary, Molly or Polly, Lydia Knox, right? Lydia Boone, and brother of Lydia Boone Knox, brother of Samuel and Robert. So I'm looking, we see Knox, right? What would be the odds that Knox would be right there? Press one. Do I got it right? Now, I go to Lydia Boone. Guess who wife she is? Ezekiel's, and who else? Captain John James. Nah, press one. I go right to John Knox right here. Look, Captain James. Look, Captain James Knox. Look, son of John Knox, Jr. Sinclair Knox, husband of Lydia Boone Knox, who is the brother of who? Not the brother. Is she Gillespie's brother? Yes. Yes. So I'm not just making stuff up. You think, what's her name? Janice is a treasure hunter. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. So, and look at the name, Sinclair. The brother of Captain William Knox and John Knox Jr. Look. These are all captains. These are military personnel. So this would make sense on why these forts had the gold. Press one. Do you understand? Don't that make sense to you? So if these are the distributors of civil society, and what is the distribution? These are your big boys right here. Right? So, guess what pop up on my desk? My brain don't stop. My brain, hit the like button. I can be thinking about little Boosie money. Press. Or I can be thinking about ours. I'm gonna be thinking about spending all this time thinking about Boosie, and I want to see ours, bro. I want to know why we ain't got shit. And they just broke it down. So this is what I just found out. Now that y'all at that understanding, it came easy. It may have looked easy, but don't take it for granted what I just said, because this is all connecting. This is all connected. This is all connecting all the way around the board. And so there's no way, too many coincidences. Come on now. So I was searching the internet for, maybe this was the initial goal of the investment after the flood, so-called floods or something of the sort, where these people came together. And look what I found. I found somebody actually saying this. This is gonna be dope, because I ain't read this yet. I just seen it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be dope. It just come. Look, Calvin Knox, George Gillespie, Westminster Divine, and Greg Prince, Covenanter on Civil Government. Covenanter, huh? Or Terminator? Or Covenanter? Press 1. What? Now hold up. I don't know if y'all know what a covenant is, but my brain, it's like it gets excited when I see things like, what? Especially things I ain't never seen, but I'm looking for, and I feel stuck at something. Ain't nothing like the what or aha moment. Ain't nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be up early. You got to get up before the sunrise, quicker than the drug dealers. Press 1. You got to be up, bro. You got to be looking for these answers for it to hit you. So look, and they quoted Isaiah 49:23. So I know I was on the right path, unlike a moon worshiper. I'm kidding. I had to go at the Baal people real quick. And the king shall be thy nursing fathers, and thy queen nursing mothers, and they shall bow to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of my feet. And thou shalt know that I am Lord, and they shall not be ashamed to wait for me. Civil government, John Calvin, John Knox, George Gillespie, once again, Westminster Divine, and Greg Prince, Contemporary Covenanter Ministry. The Orthodox believe also, and be willing to acknowledge, that every lawful magistrate, being by God himself constituted the keeper and defender of both tables of the law, may and ought first be chiefly to take care of God's glory and accordance to the place. See, they speaking of God as something not like you, not metaphysically. I think that's the problem. I think they saw God as something else, and you see God as some like daydream, where like some genie in a bottle. Like, oh, I need some money, please God, help right now. I don't see God as that. Please, I'm short $40. Please, I'm trying to hit right now. Thank you, Jesus. You know, but it's good to get all these different perspectives and read upon this stuff. Look, so I guess I got to get these books, The Civil Government, John Calvin, John Knox, because I got the George Gillespie, the Orthodox churches. Boom, boom, boom. Moreover, to kings, princes, rulers, magistrates, we affirm that chiefly and most principally the conservation of purgation of the religious appertain. So that not only they are appointed for civil policy, but also for maintenance of the true religion, and for the suppression of idolatry and superstition whatsoever, as in David, Jehoshaphat, Ezekiel, Hosea, and others highly commended for their zeal in that case. Maybe SP. Woo! Hold up. Is George Gillespie talking about people from the Bible? But wait. That also sound like, hold up. That sound like the people we would just, let's go to John Knox, Lydia Knox. Look, Ezekiel. Look, where did I find? Look, she's the wife of Ezekiel Wallace. Hannah, Matthew, Betsy, Samuel, sister of Samuel. Oh, this is all this. You maybe never mind. Let me get back to the studies. See? Have you heard these? There are gods with bank accounts. Damn, that's crazy. It may be, huh? What you say? I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Have you heard there are gods with bank accounts? It may be. We finna see. We finna see. That's what I'm talking about. 424-209-9506 if you want to call into the show. If you want to support the show, go to my Cash App. My cash tag is Gillz Gang, or go to my Patreon, patreon.com/Kev Gillz TV. You know the story. So, that may be not interesting to you, but that's big for a researcher like myself, trying to put these timelines of history and who is being talked about all over the place. You get me? So George is basically calling out specifics, as in David, Jehoshaphat, Hezekiah, the Scottish Confession of Faith, written by John Knox and others. So not only are they Scottish, but they're also where they at? They're also here as well. So we're not just talking about your nationality being from the continent you are from, and your status is not because you travel. Immigration doesn't come from because you traveled here from somewhere else. That's not real. That ain't. We get to it. We'll get to it. Yet civil government appointed to long John Calvin. I don't even know who John Calvin is. Press 1. I have no idea. But we're talking Puritan. We're talking people of order and people speaking on civil government who were a part of government and establishing government in this territory. Not only that, I just got finished showing you, we talking Fort Knox, the gold, the robbery of the real continental Americans. Press 1. My Americans right here. The continental Americans of the organic. Press 1. I'm talking to them. I'm talking to them old Americans. Press 1. On the old day, you won't know nothing about it. You was brought here in the 1930s. I'm talking about them continental Americans from the Continental Congress. And that right there of divine ordinance that's in good standing with the Supreme Court. I don't know what all this other Magic Mountain and Disneyland Authority you guys got. I don't know nothing about it. I know nothing about it. And it's hard to think about it from at this like damn, you know a lot. We know a lot. Shout out to Crystal Holland. Good to see you still in the chat room. Hit that like button. 424-209-9506. Feel free to call in and voice your opinion about what I'm talking about here. Even if you think I sound drunk. The historian doesn't. We're talking about gold that was stolen from a people who had all the gold. Their money was backed by gold. They shot Lincoln in the back of the head. Press 1. They had all the gold. Why? They had their own resources. They had their own reservoir and depository and very protected. But if you flood them out, then you got it? Then you can. That's important. That's important. We're talking Herbert Hoover. That means you shouldn't even be worried about the 1500s and all this other stuff. And I should be having call-ins. I should really have call-ins. 424-209-9506. I don't want to go no further. I think people should call in to speak their mind. There's a lot of information. You can't say you're not listening or you're not paying attention or none of that. All the names of the Gillespie family are the same names to the chapter names of the Bible. Let's see. Let's see. Mary. Is there a Mary of the Bible? Let's go with Colonel. Is there a Thomas? Is there a Naomi? It better not be I don't know, bro. Hannah? Samuel? William? Who's Eleanor? Press one. James Gillespie. Hold up. Son of Thomas. Is there a King Thomas? Son of Thomas? Brother of Mary? Arthur Lewis Gillespie. Okay. We on it. All right. That's crazy because we was just talking about that on another level. On that other page, Calvin Knox, George Gillespie referenced some people, and he could have been referencing people in his family if you ask me. It could have been. Because there's Matthew in the Knox family, Samuel, Catherine, there's Alexander. Let me see. Theophilus Alexander is the wife. Sarah Elizabeth. So there's a lot going on here. And there could be made comparisons, of course. If you got to studying, oh yeah. And if you like, what's his name? Rico probably acting a fool right now. He probably go, oh man. Let me see. Thank you for putting this crazy puzzle together. We're not finished putting the crazy puzzle together. I'm just putting it on the table and got all the pieces kind of lined up. Kind of. Now, I'm missing some pieces, but the picture is clear. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. My stepmom did a couple of puzzles when I was young, so I watched how over time different pieces after 3,000, after so far, her boring ass sitting around every couple hours, every 2 to 3 days. Don't touch that by goddamn, call it? What? I realized it was a point of all them goddamn pieces. How the fuck did she do this? Oh, Lord have mercy. So, 424-209-9506. The Knox family and George Washington family may be the key to how Roosevelt and these boys was able to pull off the grand heist with Hoover and all of these jokesters who were playing different roles and different characters, like the man in the high castle. Just like I've been saying, that's why I brought this up. It's because you got to think of this from a whole different perspective. How did they beat you? And I told you, the flood, press 1, the flood flooded out all the riches and reset you. They talking about slavery. They talking about Indian. You were then reclassified as an Indian. No, excuse me. You went on Black's Dolls roll. The white people that was helping you at the Red Cross and all the tents, oh yeah, they were stuck there, all the gypsies, and they said they Native Americans. Those tents, those are fucking Red Cross props. They was using those tents to house people as a humanitarian aid. Remember? You got sterilized because you was sick. And after they took the gold, nigga, think about it. They probably went on a cold spree. They probably went on a cold spree. Lord have mercy. That Fort Knox situation, that ain't normal, G. You know, Herbert Hoover, Woodrow Wilson, all of these boys at the time may have been switching identities, playing both sides of the coin. I found many presidents being played by different individuals, and that's not just Woodrow Wilson. That's just the best one. That's one of the best ones. I like pulling out the Woodrow Wilson because they thought we was fools they fooled a lot of people through propaganda. They never thought all these years later we would combine the two, and they're talking to each other. Herbert Disney probably was talking to Herbert Hoover as well. Now look, there was internment camps all over America at the time. Press 1. There was internment camps all over the place. They was being ran by all the thieves, the gold rushers, and all the people who was stealing things. Press 1. Camps all over the place. DANE Calloway don't talk about that. You know why? Because he can't. He don't know nothing about nothing. He don't know about that. He don't know Woodrow Wilson was Pope Pius, or you was put into a real Holocaust, and Planned Parenthood is genocide and eugenics all in one. That's what the Eugenics Act. This was a plot to get you up out of here, not make you no Indian, to get the Indians to stay here and you to offset yourself. Because the gold is up. We got your gold. Lucky man. Why you think the leprechaun is a Celtic? Press our Celt. What's his where is it? Irish. Why you think? Because this is Irish. This is that shit. It's like the Holy See is one thing. He was Irish, right? So the rainbow represent what? The covenant. What's at the end of the rainbow? A pot of gold. Press 1. And you supposed to be following the yellow brick road. Hit that like button and subscribe. And you supposed to be following the yellow brick road. And the yellow brick road leads to Fort Knox, and who stole it and who owned it before that? What governments was in place before the flood and after the flood? Because after that, it's just been Walt Disney and the whole theater of war ever since. It's just been nothing but the theater of war, presidents running game, old history being retold over and over and over again, and we just being pumped with fear of different of our black leaders being killed, or this one and this one. We got to understand who stripped you and who really had the Congo's gold. Press 1. And what is the Congo? Press 1. Look, Congo's wealth Congo's Holocaust. King Leopold. Now, ain't that the same nigga who had them niggas press one on the beach? I mean, on the boat. Press one. You better get off me right now. You better get off me right now. I'm on you. I know what Congo wealth is. I know what they call us monkeys. I know you can run off after the flood. Press one. I got it all. Democratic Republic of Congo. Look, it's a perfect size right here where our gold came up missing. Press one. Lord have mercy. Who is this guy? Look familiar? Gotta break a few African eggs to make a Westerner's omelet. Wow! 6 million dead since 1996. Oh! When Tupac died. Now what? Gold, diamonds, copper, cobalt, tin, zinc, coltan, multinationals. Gotta break a few African eggs. Make a Westerner's omelet. Wow. That's crazy. What eggs? Well, if you know what Planned Parenthood was doing, you know how they ended up. Whatever, damn. Damn. No, it say eggs. Eggs. They ain't say nothing about heads and what they meant or nothing. That's crazy. But it goes to show you, you know, you can't just take everybody's one version of thing. You got to sit back and really, you know, have alternative thoughts. It's okay to have an alternative thought. Nothing's going to happen to you if you're not with the collective. Press one. Now look at this. And if something happened to you, what the fuck? The fuck does that mean? I don't know, bro. Everybody die of weird shit anyway. Press one. Car accidents, all type of shit. Look at this. United States Bullion Depository. The United States Depository, often known as Fort Knox, is fortified vault building located next to the United States Army Post at Fort Knox, Kentucky. It is operated by the United States Department of the Treasury. The vault is used to store a large portion of the United States and gold reserves, as well as other precious items along the custody of the federal government. It is above all 147 metric tons of gold, right? Let me keep reading. The U.S. built the depository in 1936. The land transferred to it from the military. On land transferred to, okay. Perfect. Oh, I want to see. I seen where he said, oh, they said they was providing drugs. What type of drugs was there? Press one, planning completion. Philadelphia Mint, the New York City SA office, San Francisco, and the Denver Mint. Lord have mercy, you can get a whole context of it right here. While the vault was invulnerable to bombing and climate control, the copy of the Magna Carta was returned to England after the war in 1946. That's when they stole it. How they find the copy of the Magna Carta? Press one. I told you. You roared. They took the Magna Carta from these people. They stole the crown from these people in America. They stole the crown, not from Africa, nobody else. What? They stole the crown and the riches, not from Africa, not from people in Africa, from people right here, from the trust. Press 1. It says it right here. And the guy already told you they were selling morphine. Look, the morphine is no longer, opium. They had opium and morphine right there being stored. The Defense Logistics Agency began storing opium, which is the military drugs that they fought in Afghanistan for and stuff like that one. Morphine. Oh my goodness. This is dope, G. This is dope. This is dope. Is this dope? Is that dope? United States military? Dope? Federal? Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Where my dope boys at? No, fuck that. That's dope. Black people, I'm not going no further. What? I need my drug dealers to call in now. My former Democratic friends. Press 1. I need that help of the Democrats. Press 1. Let me open up the lines to my trusted buddies in the Democratic Party. My trusted people. What can you do with more? Do not type it in my chat room. You got to call this in. What can you do with morphine and opium? What can you do with these things? Press 1. They was storing the drugs. One second, caller. 1 second. I'm not going no further until I get people to interact. This is insane. Coffee and Kush TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Professor Kev. This is Crystal Holland. How you been?
I'm blessed. Thank you for asking. What's up, Queen?
Man, this is amazing. I'm just sitting there watching the show, and wow, like that Herbert Hoover and the not Herbert Hoover, but the J. Edgar Hoover, and then the Herbert Disney, that tripped me out. And then so now seeing that they were storing morphine and opium, what they can do with that is they definitely would need it for their asylums.
No, this is in 1970 something.
Okay, yeah. Well, we know about the crime bill.
Asylum's cool. With the takeover happened right there. So you gotta Poppy. What can you do with opium?
Right, make heroin with opium.
You can make what? You can do what with it?
Heroin. Heroin is opium based.
Oh, you can make heroin with. Is this true? How you know?
Yes, sir.
You a Democrat?
Uh-huh.
You a former Democrat?
No, I am a former Democrat, baby, Kevin. But I've been but not no more now. I've been watching the show, following you for like about 3-4 years now. So
we gotta come out of the.
Yeah, I had to come out of her.
We coming out of her. Don't worry. You're doing a good.
Yeah, I had to come out.
That's how you do it, expressing yourself, because it's like a conviction when we admit the truth. The spirit make you call in. Your own spirit say call in because you know about this. You feel me? We all know about this shit, so it can make hair run. How were we destroyed in the 60s, 70s, and 80s?
Yes, the drugs.
What's one of the drugs that will destroy everything besides crack?
Heroin.
Heroin.
Yes, that destroyed our parents.
That's right. It's called tar.
Yes.
It take the
black tar.
Get them real black.
Yes, black tar, and it's so addictive that if they would stop, you remember how like you have to watch our movies, and they would say, well, if they go to jail, they would die in there. You know?
That's right.
And
could you imagine a bunch of people on morphine and opium in asylums? Internment camps?
Yes. Ain't that crazy? You know where opium comes from?
Where?
It's Asian.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. That just tripped me out. Also, how the man about the
crime bill happened?
Yes.
Why?
Well, it was really a war on us, because I remember around that time, wasn't they were saying it's a war on drugs, and that's when they did the DARE program.
Drugs.
Yes. Yes. And it wasn't really
had it. The Treasury Department had the drugs and selling and giving it to us.
Yeah, and they saying it was a war on drugs, but actually they was funding the war on drugs.
No,
really,
they was fuck funding. They was drug dealing.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. But I had to call in because
so much.
I've been watching the past couple of shows off and on, but I'm hardly able to catch you live because I work at night. But I be in the background and I still be studying and finding out new stuff and watching it. It seems like as soon as I find something out and then I'll watch your show and then you would say it, I'll be like, man, this man's so on point. It's crazy. Yeah, but I was wanted to say about how that man said that he could flood the vault. I'm like, what would make him want to flood the vault? And that just let you know that was their mindset. Because when he said that, it made me think about Alfred Waddle when he said he would choke the dam with bodies in Wilmington.
Yes, ma'am. I'm blessed to have your opinion on the show. Thank you.
Okay, love you, Kev.
Love you too, Queen. Thank you. I love that. Original opinion. That's what I'm talking about. Like, gee, they're going to flood the vote. And you wouldn't, if you didn't think about the floods, that wouldn't have made no sense. That would have flew over your head. If you didn't know that they were flooding the Hoover Dam and it made all these connections, like, wait a minute. That's how your mind is supposed to work. That's what they're trying to stop you from figuring it all out. You know, so they bombard you with so much television and propaganda and stressful life, false things and all over the place just to keep man's mind away, especially people of this nation, minds off of the truth and how they were robbed and how Afro-Americans, especially this George Washington family here, needs compensation for being robbed all over the place, starting with the gold and any other legislation that took it from their land, property, reclassification. Now you're able to see the total hit that's been placed on you this whole time. I told you, if you don't go to the root of the problem, if you don't get to the root, you'll be running in circles like DANE Calloway and these Indians. You'll be running in circles and happy at it too. You stay complacent in your mind. You feel like you know it all. That's all it is to know. Nah. What's important is this happened to you at what time frame? Who, what, where, when, and why? And look how far we came with just talking about the gold reservation. You know they made your people turn in all they gold. We've been talking about that for so long. What did they turn that into? They had enough spoons, clocks, gold certificates, gold from all the black people across the continental America. Press one. And they turned that into what? Gold bars. and then stole it. And then the banks, everything was confiscated. The banks didn't do nothing but use that as collateral. So the federal government then had a bank and an army. Immediately. Press 1. Right here. Immediately. Enlist now. Right now. Press 1. Easy work. New Deal that came out after that. We got him. He's Roosevelt is known as the trust buster. Why? Well, they busted up at the trust. Why, Janice? In the back. Press 1. What trust? Whose trust? What is it? It had to deal with James John Knox, Colonel George Washington Gillespie. Press 1. It had to do with these so-called families. Had to. Had to. There's nothing there's no way around it. Someone said a king's trust. Maybe. Maybe. But there's no way around. You can't say, oh, we from Africa, from slave boat, with this type of mentality, with this type of knowledge. You laugh at that. What?
Unknown caller.
You from where?
Slave boat.
Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
Mr. McIntosh is speaking. What's up, Mr. Gillespie?
What's up, my friend?
Hey, man, something was screaming on that page. All that stuff you was scrolling, that when it said the Magna Carta was returned, like it was somebody came over there and stole it, and they returned it back at this time. That's what I find that kind of weird.
Make it a lie because you broke free from King George, remember?
Yeah. So, like, why they saying they're returning it like that?
You stole it. You stole the kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's right.
So that's what they did. What they said, 1946 or something?
Yeah, the Magna Carta wasn't here, remember?
That's what they were saying.
Well,
but how they gonna return it back to England then?
There's Elizabeth. Remember, the Queen just died and all them. That's the Magna Carta.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's here, why would they have to return it back there?
Exactly.
Why? It doesn't make sense when you ask questions. Press 1.
That's what I was saying. So they holding that in there with the drugs and everybody gold.
But look, the Magna Carta long gone. The Magna Carta is the Grail. Like Jay-Z say, it's the covenant. It's everything. That's everything. So they stole. So
that was screaming out. Exactly.
They stole the kingdom and then they start pushing drugs over here in the 1900s. And was it 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s?
Yep. And let's not forget the Bush family. They call him Opium Poppy Bush.
Why? Why they call him that?
Because he ran over there in what it was, Baghdad, Iraq, or one of them places. And the first thing he did was secure the opium bushes and stuff and the oil. But they know him from pushing it through the drugs through the military.
But yeah, well, now we know that that's not too far-fetched because they were storing the drugs before Bush, probably with Prescott Bush looking ass, back at the Treasury Department.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to say, man. Like, you were scrolling down that page, and it was like, I hope you read that section. And you read it right there. I was like, okay.
Yes, sir. It's good to know that people out there learning. Thanks a lot, McIntosh.
All right, take it easy.
My man. They said it's a copy. You don't need to return the copy. That'll be falsified. You don't need to return. If you broke free from Britain, fuck that copy. Throw it on the ground. Puh. We don't serve Britain. Fuck kings and queens. This is America. Remember? You can't go around and keep changing the same fucking story. That's enough. Press 1. That's enough.
Unknown caller.
People need to wake up. And that's my job, is to wake you up so you be able to talk that shit and stop getting mad and get glad and laugh at these weird old folks who don't see their own destruction at hand. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
on, Kev? Waterworld.
Waterworld, talk to him for a minute, my enlightened student. It's Bungalow.
Oh, man, it's Bungalow, right? And then 54, right? Right before 54 is 53. And that was the last time they had an audit on Fort Knox. And the president during that time was Eisenhower.
Oh, my God.
So we know. You showed us how crooked.
God, that doesn't mean Sanger in them.
Sanger in them. Because, no, that's crazy. Hold on, Kev. I was going to get to that because you said Sanger in them, right? Yeah. And the tanks they had in the Fort Knox around that time was the Red Cross tanks.
Yes, we saw the Red Cross. So Red Cross. Oh, my goodness. The Red Cross became the federal government, like I said.
You hit it on point all this time, from the Germans to the Russians, how they all connected, they all brothers in arms. To the Red Cross.
Infiltrated through what?
They infiltrated through the Red Cross.
Changed their and gave themselves English names.
Yeah, exactly. And then how you said it, and then just going back to the drug and opium stuff, they going back to the Asians. I heard somebody say Asians in China, they had opium. And then when the Bushes had it was Afghanistan. Remember, they raided Afghanistan and took over 70% of their poppy fields. And then
they need that dope.
Cuba, they dealing with Cuba, that dope. And then you yesterday showed or the day before, how you said, one of the biggest drug dealers was the Clintons, how they had dope just flying Arkansas, just drop in there. And then Bush was Contra and all that when he had the CIA in charge, so he was bringing dope from Colombia and all of them. They all just big ass drug dealers. At the end of the day, they know what they use the drugs for. It's just not the laws to implement towards us that affects us, but also like just suppressing us, our communication, our awareness, like hollering at you, like it's open up awareness, so it's not no time for the drugging and the thugging. You know what I'm talking about? Because you helped us see that.
Off of lean. That's opium and what's the other one they kept there?
Opium, and they had morphine. So it was just like you a zombie. You know what I'm talking about? We done seen hair on heads. They don't fall. They could go all the way to the bottom, bounce up and down like bobblehead dogs, and boom, just like zombies. They just walking zombies. So this is just crazy, like what you putting down. And then beginning of the show, how you relating to Gillespie's, and that was hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was the names. King George, Washington Gillespie to the Fort Knox, because that's what I'm just. Sir? No, it's definitely real. That's why it's eye-opening, because I could go ahead and go look for it, go research. So that's what I'm doing right now.
We figure out George Washington, we figure out everybody else. Because we all children of George Washington, we are heirs of freedom. So we figure this out. We'll figure out who is who and through what names, and then we go. You see?
And then you also showed us to like these more than one characters, because now I'm just going back to the John Quincy Adams, because they had a James Knox Polk too, and then it goes back to the old boy Polk that wrote the reclassification, like trying to steal the Knox name. It's crazy, kid, and they all look alike.
But they all like Bolsheviks. Again, I put up with something right now. Karl Heinrich von Bolshevik, he's on my screen. Just wait a second. He's the same guy as Teddy Roosevelt. These are the same type and the same people, and they can't fool us no more. They are the ones who robbed us. Karl Heinrich Marx. That's what hiding with a beard, without a beard. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I want our money, bro. I'm tired, bro.
And then this is accurate, because you even showed us the nation that brought up prosthetics and Germany. You know what I'm saying? You showed us that with the glasses and the goggles, the nose. They a whole different person. So they've been using these disguises to get us from the long time propaganda. Even with the World Fairs, how you showed us with these $5 Indians, like these is all actors. This is all. I love when you said it, theater of war. That'd be so cool, because it makes sense, at least for me. But yeah, let me sit in the back of the classroom. You just on the road today, Kev.
No, nigga, you ain't got to sit, but have fun. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You feel free today, G. No, you hit them, G. You hit them with truth, and you let this world and put in your frequency. Remember, you got a frequency. You create the ripple in the world, and then you see the change. You are what Bob Marley say. You be the change you want to see in the world. Press 1. Word to mother. Word to mother. Hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the like button, subscribe. 424-209-9506. If you want to contribute to the show, go to my Cash App. My cash tag is, you know the story. You know the damn story. What up, Todd? Good to see you out there, my friend. Always teaching and preaching. You know me, bro. 24/7. See, and that's the point of us doing this, bringing these people up. You don't know who these people are. You don't know who Karl Heinrich is. You don't know how the Nazis and the communists beat you with the theater of war. Then Adolf Hitler came and this nigga just won. Bro, this nigga just came out. Oh yeah, we got gold. Remember this one? Press 1. That's what I'm telling you. Stop thinking so far back. Stop thinking so far back. That's what foreigners want you to do, so you don't know that they just got here in the early 1900s. See, if they can live in time immemorial, they can all get together and say, yeah, you know what? My people was an Ottawatan Indian too. And what about you? I'm an Eskimo Indian here. Yeah, right, yeah. Well, we all Indian. That's what we all from here together. Michael Jackson ain't gonna help you neither. Shout out to you, Christopher. Shout out to you. Just a couple grandmas ago. Press 1. Just a couple grandmas ago. They had our grandmothers and grandfathers doped up like Chief Keef and them. They smoked dope all day and all night. You smoke Reggie, that's that shit they didn't like. You press 1. You got a fucking Audi, that bitch all white. Press 1. They put them on heroin and opium. Turned they skin black. Press 1. Deaf. My grandma got pictures right now and she said, Kev, look what they did to us. Press 1. She said, I was sick. I know. Y'all was all sick now that I know, Grandma. Press 1. I said, that ain't even my grandma. No. You look like you from the African. You from... That's fucked up. Now you see when you look back at those pictures, our picture people look all fucked up because they were drugging them up at the whatchamacallit. What else could you do anyway at the time? You get out the internment camps, make a little music, become a mason, start making music. Press 1, make yourself some money, be quiet, you know. Hit that like button and subscribe immediately. This is day 3. I'm gonna try to do 30 days. I'm gonna try to do 30 days. 424-209-9506. We talking Fort Knox here. The gold. Are y'all blind or are y'all afraid? We talking about the gold, family. The yellow brick road, the gold. Hitler's gold. Remember that? They could never find Hitler's gold. Watch this. I know y'all just don't be watching entertainment all day, bro. I know y'all don't. I know y'all ain't ready to get on Instagram like that, bro. Bro, this information is out here now that Kev broke it down correctly. Press 1, look. Hitler's gold. Look, the lost gold train. We just talking about this channel is. Hold up. We were just talking about taking the gold off the train. Press 1. They used Hitler as King George. I told you. Let's watch them. I told you they made the king. That's fucked up. Yeah. We got y'all. America in trouble. Press 1. Now, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. I'm not gonna let y'all affect me. Just because y'all ain't calling in, fellas. I don't care no more. And so what? We persevere and we keep going, ladies and good fellas at work. The rest of these losers, press 1. So what is the you, nigga? I don't need you. Whatever. It ain't your time yet. That's all it is. You ain't got enough confidence in your spirit enough to fight. You thought you can fight. You was ready. You got a Glock 30 right now with the extendo. Talking about, Kev, I'm ready. What we gonna do right here? We gonna use our brain. Huh? But we got these. Show you right, Ray. Show you right. Why don't you just hop over that wall and still hubble radios for us real quick? Press what? How about you do that? Tired of playing with you gang-banging ass niggas. Now, the hunt for Hitler's gold. You see how my brain just went? Now let's watch and see what they say about the hunt for the missing gold on a train.
Part of the History Hit Network. Stick around to find out more.
Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all, British accent make them more believable. Press 1. I'll be like, this motherfucker lying to me gracefully. He said, this motherfucker lied like, just, like a true liar. Press 1. Look, y'all.
Ever since the end of the Second World War, there have been rumors of...
The end of what? Second World War. Didn't we just read that about Argo?
Not like this.
See?
Not like this.
What happened at just about the end of the war now?
Hidden treasure. The fabled Nazi gold. The rumors lure treasure hunters. They can find fame, adventure, and perhaps wealth.
It has a romantic feel to it and an adventurous feel to it, and it takes hold of you.
In 2015, there was a rumor to top them all.
Stealing gold, antiques, pictures, everything. Let's keep going.
The Nazi gold train. It was said to have disappeared without a trace in the final months of the Second World War.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh my goodness, bruh. Come on, y'all. Come on. It's the same script.
In Europe. Had the train now been discovered in Poland?
And where?
Yeah, good adventure. It's got gold, hidden trains, Nazis.
The gold train story was ideal for the silly season. But at the 65-kilometre marker in Wałbrzych, journalists from all over the world waited and watched to see if there was something more. The area was sealed off and guarded around the clock. Even the Polish Minister for Culture permitted herself to dream.
Ja oczywiście też bym chciała, żeby najlepiej była tam i bursztynowa komnata, i Rafael, i jeszcze wszystko inne, co myśmy utracili.
The Nazis plundered museums, art collections and art dealers all over Europe. The most...
America. You don't plunder their own shit.
Brazen plunderer of them all was Hitler's deputy, Hermann Göring.
Oh, not him. Oh, my goodness. Boy, I ain't never seen St. Peter the Great. But if I ever seen Peter, press one, I know this is the lineage of Cain right here. Ooh, you gonna take your bad ass home. Well, whose son is you? you go home right now. Lord have mercy. This type of nigga turn his whole head around. Press button.
He said that he planned to do plenty of looting, even of items that were out of fashion. And so he did.
Bro, that's an American flag on the wall, nigga.
Shame.
Don't ask me how I be paying attention to shit. That is an American flag on the wall. Candace Owens, if you don't bring your funny looking fine ass here, press one, Trinidadian head ass.
The pick of the history of European art decorated Karenhall, his country house on the Schorfheide Heath near Berlin. Goering constantly vied with his warlord Adolf Hitler.
Sir, why you put an old picture of 12 BC of some nigga with a globe?
Another great art thief who stole works for a huge museum that he had in mind for his native city of Linz. In May 1945, American troops seized a whole train full of art treasures in Hitler's retreat.
Shame. 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 Shame.
Berchtesgaden. It was just part of Goering's booty, and only a small part of what the Nazis had plundered overall. American experts began a systematic search for the looted art. And they found it. 5 million items, of which 4 million had been stolen or extorted from their owners.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Were you not extorted? Give me that gold. We're gonna tax it. Press one. Damn, bro.
The whole
don't pay attention to the cinema. That's the theater of war. Listen to what they saying, Crystalline. That's what's important. Listen to the angle in their approach, and you can see through the deception.
Was worth billions.
The whole thing was worth billions.
And some of it has not been found to this day. One example is the legendary Amber Room from the Catherine Palace near St. Petersburg. It was priceless.
History Hit is a streaming platform that exclusively releases quality.
Evacuated to western parts of the Reich.
Was the Amber Room destroyed? Or was it transported further west? Theories abound.
And there's rumor that it was destroyed.
The palace now has an exact replica in the original location.
It was solid gold. The Amber Room.
But where is the real Amber Room?
What we definitely know about the Amber Room is that the Germans captured the Amber Room in the outskirts of Leningrad in 1941. They brought the Amber Room to Königsberg, and there in late 44, autumn 44, it disappeared. So we know that in August 1944 there was a heavy air raid on Königsberg by the Royal Air Force. And there's rumor that it was destroyed, the Amber Room, in this specific attack. Others said no, it was safe, it was not in the castle anymore, and it was evacuated to western parts of the Reich.
That sounds like when it was...
Was the Amber Room destroyed? Or was it transported further west? Theories abound, more than about any other Nazi treasure. It's a story without an ending.
Well, it certainly is never ending because it's been going on for the past 70 years. That's the first thing. Second thing is, even in the 40 years that I had an interest in this area, I could say that probably I've come across, I don't know, between 15 and 20 different scenarios where it's been found, or nearly found, shall we say.
Add to them the latest scenario. The Amber Room was on a train. A train that ended up in lower...
The Amber Room is the Golden Room. The Amber Room is where the covenant is stored. This is all dealing with treasury.
Silesia, possibly here, near the railway line at the 65-kilometre marker in Waldbach.
You can even write a book about the search for the Amber Room. It's such a whole story, and of course, it's everything is possible. I mean, we have to see that in 1945 in the Reich there was a chaos, and it's very, very difficult to exclude a specific.
The amber, the royal and the use of amber for the interior decoration was known as the gold of the North. And it was the house, the largest known deposit of it.
Specific option, a specific solution that this doesn't exist. It's very difficult. But on the other hand, it's very interesting to see that since the 1940s, nothing had been found. I mean, in 1940, the Allies found a lot of treasures, be it gold, be it art, whatever you want, name it. But after that time,